Hi, I'm Peter J. Ray. Welcome. Today's topic is the 1994 Cleveland Indians MLB season. A special shout out to Chris Lutit, who also has a YouTube channel and a video on the 1994 Tribe. 1994 was the first year the Indians played baseball at Jacobs Field. Their record for the year was 68-47. 19 games over 500, an incredible year. They finished in second place, one game behind the White Sox. Now, Jacobs Field was renamed Progressive Field in 2008. It was originally named after the family name of Dick and David Jacobs, the owners at the time. The seating capacity to start was 42,865. It had a peak capacity of 45,569. It's currently has a capacity of only 35,051. Between 1995 and 2001, there were 455 consecutive sellouts. Incredible. Every game was sold out. And they have that. They have that number retired. The money for Jacobs Field is raised from a sin tax on alcohol and cigarettes from folks in Cuyahoga County. Opening day the home opener was April 4th, 1994, and U.S. President Bill Clinton threw out the ceremonial first pitch. And the Tribe won that game 4-3 in 11 innings. In 1994, there was a new format in MLB. Each league previously had two divisions, East and West. And in 94, they added a Central Division, so three divisions in each league. And so there would be three first-place teams and a wild card. And the Tribe was placed in the American League Central. When they started off the year slow, they were 14-15 on May 10th, but then they heated up, and by June 12th, they were tied for first place. And they were neck and neck with the White Sox for the rest of the season. And they had a very good record at Jacobs Field that year, 35-16. However, very tragically, on August 12th, play was suspended because of a player's strike. And, there was a conflict between the owners and players, and they were not able to resolve it. So there was no postseason, no World Series, and the Tribe would have had the wild card. So here we'd been waiting all these years for a team that that would be a contender, and we finally had a contender. We would have made the playoffs, but there was no playoffs, so that was pretty tough. Very tough. Their winning percentage for the year was .584, which was the best since 1955. The attendance was very high, 1,995,165, an average of 39,121. They would have broken the 1948 attendance record of 2.6 million, of course, but they didn't play that many games. It was like a 2/3 of a season. The Tribe batting average was .290. They tied the Yankees for the best in the American League and the highest Indians batting average since the 1936 Tribe. So anyway, it was 1994 was a strange year. We had a contender, but there was no playoffs. We didn't. So it was very, very disappointing. But at any rate, it was still an exciting year because the Indians were winning and they had a very strong team. And the coaching staff, Buddy Bell was a new coach. It was nice having Bell back. He played for the Tribe from 1972 to 78. He was from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, played for the Tribe, Rangers, Reds, and Astros, retired in 1989. He had 201 career home runs, and he was a manager for the Tigers, Rockies, and Royals. So it was really nice having Buddy Bell back as a coach. Other coaches included Louis Isaac, who returned. The rest were all returning coaches. Charlie Manuel, who later managed the team. Dave Nelson, who had been a tremendous player in the 70s, Jeff Newman, and then a new coach was Phil Regan. Regan was from Otsego, Michigan, was a pitcher for the Tigers, Dodgers, Cubs, and White Sox between 1960 and 72, had a record of 96-81, a 3.84 ERA, 743 strikeouts, 92 saves. He managed the Orioles in 1995. He's currently a Mets minor league coach at age 81. So good for him, Phil Regan. Mike Hargrove was again back as our manager, our tremendous manager, really. To back up a little bit, Phil Regan, for the 1966 Dodgers bullpen, Sandy Koufax nicknamed him the Vulture because he would get late inning wins in relief, which means the starting pitcher would not win. In 1968, he was the MLB save leader with 25. He coached for the Cubs, Tribe, Mariners, and in Venezuela and the Dominican Republic. And now back to Mike Hargrove as our manager again, one of the top managers in Cleveland Indians history. Now the lineup included Albert Bell in left field, who hit .357. Amazing. That's a very high average for a power hitter. 36 home runs, 101 RBIs, 9 stolen bases, so he had some speed, and he made the All-Star team. Tremendous year for Albert Bell. Kenny Lofton was in center, hit .349. Amazing, such a high average. 12 home runs, 57 RBIs, 60 stolen bases. He led the league. Tremendous year for Kenny Lofton. He was an All-Star and won the Gordon Cobbledick Golden Tomahawk Award. Manny Ramirez was in right. Ramirez hit .269, 17 home runs, 60 RBIs. So for him, those were modest numbers. He was definitely developing. Jim Thome was the regular third baseman, hit .268, 20 home runs, 52 RBIs. So he was definitely developing. His average and power were coming on. Our new shortstop was Omar Vizquel, who hit .273, 1 home run, 33 RBIs, 13 stolen bases. Vizquel was from Caracas, Venezuela, played for the Mariners, Tribe, Giants, Rangers, and White Sox and Blue Jays between 1989 and 2012. Very long, 23-year career. 3-time All-Star, won the Gold Glove 11 times. Amazing. He's in the Tribe Hall of Fame. Vizquel had 2,877 career hits. That's a lot. One of the greatest fielding shortstops of all time in Major League Baseball history. He was an Angels coach, and since 2013, he's been a Tigers coach. He's their first base coach. There's a Simpsons episode reference. Bart Simpson takes a distracted Milhouse's Carl Yastrzemski's baseball card in exchange for one of Omar Vizquel with the head cut out. We picked him up in a tremendous trade from the Mariners for Felix Fermin and Reggie Jefferson. That was one of the best trades ever. Carlos Baerga was at second, hit .314. Very good year for Carlos. 19 home runs, 80 RBIs, and 8 stolen bases. Paul Sorrento was at first base, hit .280, 14 home runs, 62 RBIs. Good year for Paul Sorrento. Sandy Alomar was the catcher, hit .288, 14 home runs, 43 RBIs, and 8 stolen bases. Good year for Alomar. Another new player was Eddie Murray, our DH, hit .254, 17 home runs, 76 RBIs, 8 stolen bases, and he was a free agent pickup. We signed him because we had money from advanced ticket sales from Jacobs Field, so that gave us more money, and we could sign a guy like this. It was very exciting when we signed Eddie Murray. Murray was from Los Angeles, California, played for the long-time Baltimore Oriole, then the Dodgers, Mets, Tribe, and Angels between 1977 and 1997. For his career, he had a .287 average. He had 3,255 hits. He got his 3,000th hit with Cleveland. Had 504 career home runs. That's very, very good. 8-time All-Star. Won a World Series with the '83 Orioles. 3-time Gold Gloves. He went into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2003. They called him Steady Eddie. He coached the Orioles, Tribe, and Dodgers. He was the 8th of 12 children, and he's in the Tribe Hall of Fame. Eddie Murray really added a lot to Cleveland. He was a winner, tremendous player, and it was really wonderful having such a good player coming to Cleveland. Now the bench players included Alvaro Espinosa, who hit .238, 1 home run, 19 RBIs in 19 games. Wayne Kirby hit .293, 5 home runs, 23 RBIs, 11 stolen bases in 78 games. Candy Maldonado hit .196, 5 home runs, 12 RBIs in 42 games. Tony Pena was a new player. Pena hit .295, very good, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs in 40 games. He was a catcher, free agent pickup. Pena was from Monte Cristi, Dominican Republic, played for the Pirates, Cardinals, Red Sox, Tribe, White Sox, and Astros between 1980 and 1997. He was the Royals manager between 2002 and 2005, and a longtime Yankees coach from 2006 to 2017. He's in the Caribbean Baseball Hall of Fame, elected in 2016. He had 108 career home runs. He had won the Gold Glove 4 times. In the 1987 World Series for the Cardinals, he had 9 hits in the World Series. And his son, Francisco Pena, is currently a Cardinals catcher. Tony Pena gave us a lot of good memories. In fact, he had the game-winning hit in the first game of the playoffs, helped Cleveland beat Boston. Another bench player was Ruben Amaro, who hit .217, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs in 26 games. Ruben Amaro Jr. was from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. His father, Ruben Amaro Sr., also played MLB baseball for the Cardinals, Phillies, Yankees, and Angels between 1958 and 1969. Now, Ruben Amaro Jr., as I said, was from Philadelphia, played for the Angels, Phillies, and Tribe between 1991 and 1998. And he was the Philadelphia Phillies general manager from 2009 to 2015. He was a coach for the Red Sox and Mets. In the 1987 Stanford World Series was won, and he was on that team. Played on the World Series for the Tribe in 1995. He had 16 career home runs. Won a World Series with the 2008 Phillies in their front office. And he's currently a Mets coach. In 2009, he was elected to the Philadelphia Jewish Hall of Fame. That same year, he was the MLB Executive of the Year. In the TV show The Goldbergs, there is a teenage Amaro who's portrayed. So he's portrayed as a teenager. And the actor is Nick Guardado, who was a minor character. Set in the 1980s. And Amaro played his own father in the Season 5, Episode 11. We picked him up in a trade with the Phillies for Heathcliff Slocum, Ruben Amaro Jr. Rene Gonzalez was another bench player, hit .348, really good, 1 home run, 5 RBIs in 22 games. He was a free agent pickup from Austin, Texas, an infielder. Gonzalez played for the Expos, Orioles, Blue Jays, Angels, Tribe, Rangers, and Rockies between 1984 and 1997. For his career, he had .239, 19 home runs, and 136 RBIs. Rene Gonzalez. Mark Lewis also was a spare infielder, hit .205, 1 home run, 8 RBIs in 20 games. Herbert Perry hit .111, 0 home runs, 1 RBI in 4 games. Herbert Perry was from Live Oak, Florida, a third baseman. He could also play first. Played for the Tribe, Devil Rays, White Sox, and Rangers between 1994 and 2004. Hit .272 with 55 home runs and 446 career RBIs. White Sox announcer Ken Hawk Harrelson, used to play for the Tribe back in the day, called him the Milkman. And he currently manages a precast septic tank business. Herbert Perry. Matt Marullo hit .100, 0 home runs, 0 RBIs in 4 games. Marullo is from Winchester, Massachusetts. Spare catcher, played for the White Sox, Tribe, and Twins between 89 and 95. Career numbers .234, 7 home runs, 59 RBIs. His grandfather, Lenny Marullo, was an MLB player. We picked him up in a trade from the White Sox, Matt Marullo. Jesse Levis had an average of 1,000, played in 1 game, 1 at bat, and had a hit. Dennis Martinez, now in the pitching staff, Dennis Martinez was a new pitcher. He was our ace. He went 11-6 with a 3.52 ERA, 24 starts, 7 complete games, and 3 shutouts. Martinez was from Granada, Nicaragua. They called him El Presidente. He was the first MLB player from Nicaragua. Played in Central America. Played for the Orioles, Expos, Tribe, Mariners, and Braves between 1976 and 1998. For his career, he won 245 games, lost 193, 3.70 ERA, 2,149 strikeouts, 4-time All-Star, pitched a perfect game for the Expos in 1981, and he's one of the top Latin pitchers of all time. Won a World Series with the '83 Orioles. The Expos sold hot dogs in Montreal. They called Denny dogs, named after him. He was an Orioles minor league coach, an Astros coach in 2013. Managed the Nicaragua national baseball team. In Managua, the National Baseball Park is called Dennis Martinez National Stadium. In 2016, he was inducted to the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame. This was another really good thing when we picked him up as a free agent. Again, we had money. He signed with Eddie Murray on the same day. These 2 former tremendous players for the Baltimore Orioles. And Dennis Martinez played a major role in the Indians' glory years in the mid to late 90s. Charlie Nagy was 10-8 with a 3.45 ERA, 23 games, 23 starts, 3 complete games. Very good year for Charlie Nagy. Jack Morris was 10-6 with a 5.680 ERA, pretty high, 23 starts. He was a free agent pickup. Morris was from St. Paul, Minnesota, pitched for the Tigers, Twins, Blue Jays, and Tribe between 1977 and 1994. For his career, he won 254 games, lost 186, 3.90 ERA, 2,478 strikeouts, 5-time All-Star, won 4 World Series with the 84 Tigers, the 91 Twins, and the 92 and 93 Blue Jays. He was the World Series MVP in 1991 with the Twins. Threw a no-hitter for the 84 Tigers. And this year he'll go into the Hall of Fame. He's been a TV guy for the Blue Jays, Twins, and Tigers. In the 1991 World Series, Game 7, he pitched 10 innings of shutout ball. They won that game. In 1993, he set a record, 14 straight opening day starts. And he was released by the Tribe on August 9th, 3 days before the strike, which is very puzzling, except he had that very high ERA. Jack Morris. Mark Clark was 11-3 with a 3.82 ERA. Good record, 20 starts, 4 complete games, and a shutout. Jason Grimsley was 5-2 with a 4.57 ERA, 13 starts. Now in the bullpen, Jose Mesa was 7-5 with a 3.82 ERA, pitched in 51 games, had 2 saves. He was not yet our closer. Eric Plunk had a very good year, 7-2, 2.54 ERA, 41 games, and 3 saves. Derek Lilliquist was 1-3 with a 4.91 ERA, 36 games, and 1 save. Steve Farr was 1-1 with a 5.28 ERA, 19 games, 4 saves, and he was a free agent pickup. We traded him on July 1st to the Red Sox. Paul Shuey was 0-1 with an 8.49 ERA, 14 games, 5 saves. He must have had some tough games there. Shuey was from Lima, Ohio, pitched for the Tribe, Dodgers, and Orioles between 1994 and 2007. Career record of 45-28, 3.87 ERA, 556 strikeouts. He had tremendous setup man success for the Tribe between 1994 and 2002. He's currently working as a pro bass fisherman. He goes to what he calls double-A tournaments. He threw a high school no-hitter. He had PTSD from a 1996 car accident. He's in the Kinston Pro Baseball Hall of Fame, currently living in Wake Forest, North Carolina. Paul Shuey. Jeff Russell was a new pitcher, was 1-1 with a 4.97 ERA, 13 games, 5 saves. Russell was from Cincinnati, Ohio, pitched for the Reds, Rangers, A's, Red Sox, Tribe between 83 and 96. His career record was 56-73, 3.75 ERA, 693 strikeouts, and 186 saves. So he was a tremendous relief pitcher. He was an all-star for the 88 and 89 Rangers, won the American League Rolaids Relief Man in 1989. He's in the Rangers Hall of Fame. And we picked him up on a July 1st trade from the Rangers for Steve Farr and Chris Nabholz. They were hoping he would be our closer. Russ Swan was 0-1 with an 11.25 ERA, 12 games, and he was a free agent pickup. He's from Fremont, California, pitched for the Giants, Mariners, and Tribe between 89 and 94, 14-22, 11 saves, and 168 games. He died tragically in 2006, age 42, in Las Vegas. He was found unconscious after a fall in a stairwell with no wallet or no ID. Russ Swan. Very sad. Matt Turner was 1-0 with a 2.13 ERA, 9 games, 1 save. Turner was from Lexington, Kentucky, pitched for the Marlins and Tribe between 93 and 94. 5-5, 2.79 ERA, 64 strikeouts, and 1 save. We picked him up in a trade from the Marlins for Jeremy Hernandez. Matt Turner. Larry Cassian was 0-2 with an 8.64 ERA, 7 games, free agent pickup. He was from Cassian was from Linwood, California, pitched for the Twins, Tribe, Cubs, and Royals, and White Sox between 1990 and 1998. Career of 11-13, 4.56 ERA, 125 strikeouts, and he's worked as a Giant scout, Larry Cassian. Jerry Dipoto had no decisions and an 1.04 ERA in 7 games. Tough year for Jerry DiPoto. Brian Barnes was a new pitcher, 0-1, 5.40 ERA in 6 games. Barnes pitched for the Expos, Tribe, and Dodgers between 1990 and 1994. Career record was 14-22, a 3.94 ERA, 275 strikeouts. We got him in a trade from the Expos for Randy Milligan, and then we traded him on June 16th to the Dodgers. Brian Barnes. Chris Nabholz was 0-1 with an 11.45 ERA in 6 games. Tough year for him. Nabholz was from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, pitched for the Expos, Tribe, Red Sox, and Cubs between 1990 and 1995. Career record of 37-45, 3.94 ERA, 405 strikeouts. He's currently a home mortgage specialist. And we got him in a trade from the Expos, and then we traded him with Steve Farr to the Red Sox for Jeff Russell. Chris Nabholz. Albie Lopez was 1-2 with a 4.24 ERA, 4 games, 4 starts, and a shutout. Chad Oj had his first year, was 0-1 with a 6.06 ERA in 4 games. OJ was from Lake Charles, Louisiana, pitched for the Tribe and Phillies between 1994 and 1998. Brief career. He was 37-35 with a 4.88 ERA, 369 strikeouts. In the 1997 World Series, he won 2 games and had an ERA of 1.54. And he won those 2 games against the Marlins ace Kevin Brown. In Game 6, he had a hit, 2 RBIs, and his first hit since high school. He also had a double and scored. First pitcher with a World Series RBI since Mickey Lolich in 1968. In 2008, he was inducted to the Kinston Pro Baseball Hall of Fame. He would have been the 1997 World Series MVP if Jose Mesa had been able to get the save. Chad Oj. Julian Tavares was 0-1 with a 21.60 ERA in 1 game, and Bill Wirtz was 0-0 with a 10.38 ERA in 1 game. So the 1994 Tribe, this was the beginning of the magic at Jacobs Field, where we were a strong contender for 8 years. And it was very, very tough that they had the baseball strike, and we didn't get a chance at the postseason. But these things happen. It's part of life. So God bless all the fellows who played for the Tribe in 1994 and everyone else associated with them, including the fans. Captains of the Cuyahoga, lovers of Lake Erie, Terminal Tower Power. It's been 70 years since 1948. This is our year. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Take care, and I'll see you next time.